You know, a lot of these Browns fans that are crying about Deshaun Watson. If Aaron Rodgers was the guy the Browns traded for and he was facing these same allegations as Deshaun Watson, they would be defending him feverishly and saying that he's innocent. But because he's a rich African American man, he's guilty. And that's the sad truth. And there are a lot of these Mayfield puffer boys, as I call them, who live vicariously through Baker Mayfield. The frat boy mentality. That was me in college. I did that. That was me. Living vicariously through Baker Mayfield. And now that Watson kicked him off the team, they're mad. So you have some racist and you have some Baker Mayfield puffer boys that hate Watson. If you look at these cases, when all the clients are represented by one attorney, that is not a civil case. That is a class action lawsuit. That's what it is. When you got somebody sending you a memo, it's like someone sending you a piece of paper in the mail saying, hey, were you incarcerated in the Mahoning County Jail during this time? You may be entitled to a ton of money. So they jump aboard. That's what Anthony Busby, a.k.a. Napoleonic Little Man, did. He went out on the recruiting mission for alleged victims, and the scumbags have come out in droves. They want their share of Watson's money. They want rich. They want to get paid. I mean, really, hey, some clown made a comparison. It's like, hey, women get beat all the time and stick with the same guy. Yeah, women get beat in a relationship and they go back to their man. But women don't get sexually molested or sexually assaulted and go back to the same guy. That's what these women did. They went back to Watson. That tells you there was no alleged crime. If you're sexually assaulted or molested, you don't go back for seconds. Unless you're a complete wacko. This is all made up. And thank God a former judge will be handing out the penalty for Deshaun Watson in the NFL case because she will see right through these scumbags' accusations. These 24, 23, 22 scumbags, that's what I call them, because when you are trying to extort a man out of money for your own monetary gain, it makes me sick in America that it can be done this easily. They tried it with Robert Kraft. Now they're trying it with Deshaun Watson. And for an attorney to take on a case like this, it makes me sick. This is why I hate ambulance chasers attorneys. They basically line their pockets up with other people's money for no reason. Because let's call a spade a spade. If Amber Heard would have won that trial yesterday and got paid all this money, we all know she was guilty. But she could have got money and a rich attorney would have lined his pockets. So the bottom line is, in conclusion, Deshaun Watson's innocent. There's no evidence that says he's guilty. That's why two grand juries, or like I like to say, two GJs, didn't find any criminal evidence against him. And, he's guilty. It doesn't mean he's innocent, but you want to decide he's guilty. See, they say it doesn't mean he's innocent, but you already decided he's guilty. Deshaun Watson's innocent. He's not guilty. He's innocent. Two GJs didn't indict him. That, to me, tells me he's innocent. There was not enough evidence. There was not any evidence that would support bringing him to trial. They knew they couldn't get a conviction. There's nothing there. So, I mean, people need to understand this is a money grab by some scumbags who want to get rich, want their piece of the pie. Obviously, the massage world isn't doing too good. And people say, why do you have all these masseuses? Well, look, we all know what happened. Watson, it's just like a prostitute. Now, in hindsight, Watson probably should have went to a prostitute, but he probably didn't want to catch a disease. So he goes to these people and probably has a deal worked out in place. And it was probably a good deal. But when he didn't want to play for the Texans no more, somebody went out and tried to get some information out there and talked them into maybe filing some lawsuits. That's what happened. I mean, come on. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what happened to Deshaun Watson. So in my eyes, Deshaun Watson's a great man. And if I had a daughter, I'd love her to marry him. Because then I'd know I'd be entitled to some of his money eventually down the road. That's how people think that's how I'm thinking right now. Hell, if I could say I lived in Houston, I'd start talking like this. Oh, yeah, I massaged him too. Yeah, I had a problem. I'd jump in on the fray too. I mean, why not? It's free money. That's what people are doing, you dumbasses. Deshaun Watson's innocent. This man's being extorted, defamed, and it's just embarrassing that in this country it's so easily, with no evidence at all. Hey, the criminal court said he wasn't no crime, but we can say in a civil trial, I need something to happen. I need money. And the one girl said, the only reason I kept working with him because I didn't want him to ruin my business. Yeah, like an alleged rapist, as you call him, is going to fucking go out there and try to ruin your business. Come on. Do better than that. After I seen the interview on HBO, I knew right then and there. I always knew it was an extortion plot. When I seen that interview on HBO, I said, "This is embarrassing." Especially Ashley Solis trying to come out there looking all plain, and she tried to cry on TV. And I seen this idiot on ESPN say she was crying. She was literally crying. I don't know, some weird looking midget guy, but she tried to cry and she couldn't even manufacture tears because you know what? There's no hurt there. She just wants paid. And I pray to God that the civil, whoever judges this finds him innocent, because it's just going to set a precedent for any man out there with money you could just make shit up. Shouldn't be that way. And the NFL should not suspend Deshaun Watson because it's a money grab. We all know that. If he's guilty of anything, it's poor judgment. That's it. He's not a sexual predator, and he's not a dangerous man. What he is you know what? He is a dangerous man on the football field, unlike Baker Mayfield. See, Baker wakes up feeling dangerous. I feel dangerous. I'm going to run my mouth. Deshaun actually is dangerous on the football field, and he's proven that in the past. Baker hasn't. So Deshaun, and I noticed a lot of these Browns fans are moving to I'm a Bills fan now, Bengals fan. Listen, y'all can say you're liking this team, but it ain't the same. You'll be right back to Cleveland. That's the bottom line. So if you're quitting a team over a black man being the quarterback, then you may have some racial problems that you need to look at and address that. Deshaun Watson's innocent. You need to accept the facts. NFL will probably give him 2 games just to make it look good, even though they know he didn't do nothing wrong. And thank God a former judge is going to be handing out the penalty, because she will see right through these scumbags' accusations. Never happened. Deshaun is an outstanding man. And I'm glad he's my quarterback. I can't emphasize how glad I am to have him. And yes, if I had a daughter, I would let him go out with her, no doubt about it. Without hesitation. I wouldn't be worried one bit. These older white gentlemen, as I say, are just stuck in the times. They don't like black people. And this is the big problem in America right now.